Say gets a brand new rival and the fan service gets kicked up to 11. It's my review of Gundam Build Fighters, Episode 5. Episode 5 of Gundam Build Fighters is my favorite episode of the series so far. If you're willing to let yourself go and accept the absurdity of this entire universe and how it works, this is a really fun show for Gundam fans. And, this episode was just cheesy as hell. It was a big fat cheese sandwich. And this episode was particularly cheesy because they introduced a brand new character who's going to be a rival for Sei, and his name is Mao Yasuka. And he looks kind of like this Japanese country bumpkin looking character, but he actually has some really cool roots. He comes from this Gunpla building school, which is really hardcore, and his Gundam happens to be one that's based on the Gundam X, which unfortunately is a series I really just don't know that much about. It's one of the few Gundam series I don't know much about. That one and I think Victory Gundam, which unfortunately is another one that is referenced in this episode, but still I know enough about them that when I see them I kind of know what they are. And like I said, there's a lot of fan service in this episode. There's almost too much to take. At the beginning of the episode, this brand new character gets a ride with this trucker, and he tells him, hey, if you give me a ride, I'll be able to build this awesome model and your kids can have it. And it's really cool. I know what this one was. It was the Kshatriya from Gundam Unicorn, which is one that was used by Marita Cruz. And, that's one of the more recent ones that they've actually shown. And like I said, there was the Gundam X, there was the Victory Gundam. The Victory Gundam's introduction in this episode was funny because it was Riccardo Fellini. He was trying to pick up on this woman by giving her this model, which was just... I don't know, I guess that's how you pick up women in this universe. This is how, popular Gundam is to people at this point in time in this show. It's kind of strange. The good thing about Riccardo showing up, though, is he gets to have another battle with Reiji, and he gets to use his Gundam Wing Fenris, which does a really great reference to the opening of Gundam Wing when its face rises up. And then you get to see Reiji, who's actually using the Victory Gundam. But Riccardo Fellini, he's just a badass. He's got one hell of a Gundam. That might actually be a model I want to pick up. At the end of the episode, there's also Sei and Reiji, and they're having this Gunpla battle against the Gundam Physalis from 0083, which is really awesome. And they're showing off the new abilities of their Gundam Build Strike full package. This all happened because Sei and Mao had this sort of battle of the minds earlier, where they had a confrontation to show whose Gundam models were the best, and that was sort of a theme of this episode, and it sort of opened up that way with Mr. Rawl coming in and saying, people just don't make these things to, battle each other. They also do it to admire the show and to cherish the anime they love. So they compare each other's Gundams, and they're not having a battle, but they're having this sort of, mind battle where they imagine themselves piloting their respective Gundams, and it's really cool. It's kind of a cop-out, though, how the battle works out, how at the end... Sei loses. He straight up loses the battle, but he's like, no, I'm not going to be the one piloting it, Reiji is. I think that's kind of a cop-out, but still, it was really cool getting to see Mao's Gundam, which is his Mao Gundam. It's based on the X Gundam, which is really awesome, and it has some minor detail differences, but it has this really cool beam rifle. It's called, the satellite beam rifle. It has, this moon shoot down this beam towards its back that it absorbs, and then it fires it, and you can actually see it, takes out, all these asteroids and everything. It's really awesome. What's great about all of this is, for the most part, everybody's taking it, dead serious, and that's what makes it so funny. Apparently, at the end of these episodes, they're going to be having these post-credit scenes, and you get to see that apparently Yuki is not going to be in the Gunpla battle anymore. And this pisses Sei and Reiji off, and we really don't know why. And the episode ends with Yuki staring at this, giant tank of water with bubbles in it. I don't know if Mewtwo is in there or anything, but it's friggin' weird, man. I don't really know what to make of it. All I know is this was a fun episode. This is what I hope to see from more of this series. It's so absurd and ridiculous and just doesn't make any sense how the things are working in this show. But, there it is. One of the things I've most been concerned about is there's, no consequences. There's no, bad thing that could happen if the characters lose. Oh, well, let's build another model. But there's still things about the universe that they're not telling us. Obviously, what the hell is the deal with Reiji? They really aren't going into any of that at all yet. And Yuki, what's the deal with him? I can't wait to see what that's going to result from, so... Oh, also, just something that I noticed a couple episodes ago when they showed Yuki fighting in his Zaku Amazing. I didn't even realize this when he was saying Rajon, Gunpla. That was all a reference to the opening of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, which I don't know how I missed that, but when they showed the flashback in this episode, I was like, huh, that's the opening to Mobile Suit Gundam, except instead of Gundam, he says Gunpla. That's pretty clever. So it's little things like that that really make this show good. If you're a Gundam fan, check this show out. It is so entertaining. If you're just willing to let it go. This is not a serious Gundam series, guys. This is not Mobile Suit Gundam. This is not Unicorn. This is not Universal Century. This is just something for the Gundam fans to sit back, relax, and enjoy, and maybe get a few laughs out of, and see some what-if battles. So check it out. I love this one. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I just thought it was really entertaining. And the opening theme song is actually really starting to grow on me, too. So check it out, guys. Cool series. If you guys had a chance to check out this week's episode of Gundam Build Fighters, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Were there any cool references or cameos that I didn't see? You can let me know with your comments below. Remember guys, before you leave, make sure and give this video a thumbs up. Absolutely one of the best ways to support our videos. And you can check out some of the other ones we got right up top. It really helps us out a lot. So, we'll see you next time guys. Super Kamiguru 9000. Out.